Hello, guys, and welcome to the first episode of Something Different, a show I'm going to be doing once a month right here on the Patreon. And it's essentially going to be an opportunity for me to showcase a different piece of content that varies to what I usually share on my YouTube and Instagram social pages. And I wanted to start off this show with poetry. I have been writing poetry for years, longer than I've been writing in any other medium. I just find it to be a very therapeutic way of expressing when I'm feeling something a little emotional, and usually sometimes actually helps me to kind of come to terms with those feelings if it's a little bit complicated. Um, I love writing poetry. I share it very, very seldom, but I'm very proud of a lot of the poems I've written. Those that I'm not proud of, you will never see. Because it's such a free, loose medium that some did turn out a little crappy, but they're just for me, those ones. But there are a bunch I'm very proud of. I'm going to share three of those with you today. This first one is called A Passing Glance. I only wrote this recently. It's the most recent poem I've written, actually. And it's about the feeling you get when you see someone that you used to date and you both pretend to be strangers to one another because it's easier than expressing all those unexpressed emotions. So here is Passing Glance. Sitting alone brings me no satisfaction. Company makes me lonelier. I don't know what I want. I don't think I want anything. I just want to be left alone, but also to be loved with no bounds. I want those bullshit lectures to stop making me feel inferior because my shoulders are a little tight. I want my friends to ask me how I am and really ask me, so maybe I'll actually give them an answer. I want to love where I am, what I'm doing, who I'm with. I want to break free from this feeling that everyone has given up on me, not being my closest friend's second, third, or fourth priority, and everyone else's bottom of the barrel passing glance. But mainly, I just want to stop feeling like this, whatever this is. The voice in my head keeps telling me things will get better if I keep on trying, but it's still going and I still feel the exact same fucking shitty. I don't feel love, I don't feel wanted. I know no one is thinking about me right now, but if they were, where I wouldn't be here, on my own, just wanting someone to drop me a message and say, "You okay?" I would love just for one person to look and say, "Wow." That's what I want. Can someone just see me beyond my blank expression? I'm going to cry now. That's the only thing that gives me any release these days. So that was fun. You know, here's what it is. It feels weird to share this because I'm not used to it, but it kind of feels lovely too. It feels right. This next one is called I Kind of Like Funerals. Emphasis on kind of. What I'm talking about here is, you go to funerals, people are just so transparent. They're so themselves. They say exactly how they feel. And I don't know, there's just something really beautiful about that. And I wish people would take those moments and put it into the rest of their lives a little bit more. Because there's something so beautiful about how blunt people are at funerals. So that's what this poem is about. I kind of like funerals. I know that sounds insane, but I appreciate the gratitude for life from it we gain. I like those laughs at funerals. They're raw and pure and real, feeling no need to lessen or restrict, a hearty, healthy squeal. I like seeing people I rarely see no more, rekindling that bond for a somber couple of hours. I kind of like funerals, although the pain is real. The joy is unmatched too, to just embrace how you feel, then cling on to those we have left, accepting that we're sad. We hold who we have now so dear, and so it makes me glad. I know these events are awful, that death's a tragic thing, but somehow losing a life makes us more grateful for what they bring. I kind of like funerals, and boy, I really wish we could be the person we are there all the time. Why not? Yeah. I actually do have some kind of funnier poems that I think I will share eventually in this series, but I think it would be jarring to jump into a funny poem now after doing two very serious ones, so I'm gonna stick with the sad. One more for good measure. Three is the magic number, as they say. If if my last two poems were Spider-Man's, this one I think would be Andrew Garfield. The funeral poem is Tobey Maguire, and then the one about love was Tom Holland. This is me spitballing here, gotta throw in some jokes for good measure. This last one is called Unrequited, and it's actually the first poem I ever wrote. I was 16 years old. I had my first ever, like, love relationship, not really relationship, but a romantic connection that didn't work out, and it's my first time writing into words my feelings about that, and I still relate a lot to those feelings 10 years later. So here is Unrequited. Unrequited? Apparently I can't pronounce the word of my own poem. You talk, I stare, you catch my eyes, I look away, and yet at times I wonder what could have been if I was not so shy and you were not so shallow. So I give honesty, in return you gave me truth, something I could not accept. You leave, I wave goodbye, I stare and wonder why a feeling so strong was completely unrequited. I look away, you catch my eyes, I stare, you talk. That felt really wonderful to share, actually. I'm sure some hate. Because people always hate in the comments when someone is sincere. I'm sure some hate will follow that will make me regret sharing those. But it was lovely to share those. If you connected with them in any way, let me know, I guess. Yeah, I really enjoy this, actually. This is really fun to do. Probably will share more of this in the future. But from there, I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you for watching. If you're watching this on the Patreon, thank you so much for your support. This series will be exclusive to Patreon from next month onwards. But from there, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope it did something for you. It definitely did something for me. So yeah, goodbye.